Hello friends and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashley and I do homemaking style videos such as home decor, cleaning and decluttering motivation, and I always have some home projects that I'm working on that I sprinkle in on my YouTube channel as well. So I'd love for you to join my community by hitting that subscribe button down below and also hit that notification bell because I am going to be posting tons of holiday content for you over the next several weeks. But let's get into today's video. As you probably already saw by the thumbnail, I am doing a Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving tablescape, and y'all, I am so excited. This is by far my favorite tablescape that I've ever done. I actually drove late last night to Target to get black plates because when I was setting the table, I was like, oh my gosh, this tablescape is calling for black plates, and all I have is white plates, and Target had like these 79-cent. Actually, I'm just going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. You'll see. So stay tuned. I'm also going to show you how to set your silverware formally, and I'm going to share with you a yummy apple cider mocktail that can be turned into a cocktail if you wanted at the end of this video. So today's video is packed full of Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving ideas, and I cannot wait to get started. Which, with that said, why wait? Let's get started now. Before we jump in, I did just want to mention today's video is in collab with REEMA from REEMA at Home. Y'all, REEMA is not only one of my favorite YouTubers, but she's actually become a really good YouTube friend of mine, and I know y'all will love her and her channel. She does mom life, organizing, cleaning, and decor videos that not only inspire, but motivate. Today, she'll be giving you Thanksgiving decor inspiration on her video as well, so y'all have to be sure to head over and check out that video after mine, and I'll link all of her links in the description box below. We are doing something a little different today. I am not going to be using a table runner. I almost did a tablecloth. I'm gonna have to do a tablescape where I use a tablecloth in the future, but today I'm not going to be using either table runner or tablecloth. I am going to be using a scarf. So if you're saying, I don't have a table runner and it looks weird without having a table runner, then no fears. Just pull a scarf out of your closet. Make sure it's clean, y'all. Wash it. And don't get me wrong, it makes a beautiful, cozy, pretty scarf, but today it is going to be my table runner. So all I'm doing is just taking the scarf and folding it under and then scrunching it up with my hands just to give it some more dimension. And then I'm going to take this beautiful garland that I believe I got from Hobby Lobby a little while back, and I'm going to lay that on top and fluff it out just a little bit.
And that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told.
Y'all know I love a good cake stand for my centerpiece, and I can't seem to get away from them. And today I'm going to be using this wooden one that I got from Walmart, I believe this past spring.
I gotta stay here for some time.
So I was just gonna place these books kind of side by side. Maybe I will still do that. We'll see how it turns out. But I really think that I like the stacked layered look. Even though there's gonna be a void here, I don't mind it because I'm gonna probably set a pumpkin in front of it. So I am gonna stack these, but if you don't like that look, or if you're having issues with stacking your books like that, like setting pumpkins around it or whatnot, which you'll see here in a minute, you can just put them side by side catty cornered. I got these books at an indoor flea market, but you could always find similar ones by going onto eBay or checking out your local thrift store or flea markets, as they always have really pretty vintage books. Y'all, I'm bringing these back, and I wasn't going to use these for this tablescape, but I felt like it just called for it. And I actually got these when I went to Waco at the Magnolia store, but I believe they have similar ones, if not the same ones, on their website as well. I'm also bringing back my terracotta pots, and y'all are going to be shocked to hear I am not bringing back my terracotta teapot for this specific tablescape. I'll bring it back for another one, but I thought I'd give it a little bit of a break and do a beautiful grouping of some candles, which y'all will see here in a minute. So these candles do light up and they come with a remote, which is nice because there's so many of them. So you're able to just push the on and off button instead of light up each and every one. But I actually got these on Amazon, so I'll link them in the description box below. So I grabbed a basket, gathered all my pumpkins that I wanted to use for this tablescape, which were my black DIY ones, the ones I got from the Target dollar spot that I call terracotta orange, and my hunter green pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just gonna lay them out and place them where I think it looks good. All right, y'all, now it's time to set the table, and I wanted to show you something really quick. I was so excited about this. So last night when I was designing this tablescape, I had set the tablescape and I put my white plates out, and I thought, you know what, it just doesn't look good. I'm not liking the white plates. I tried to use darker napkins. It just wasn't looking right. So I thought, I'm gonna go make a quick Target run. So I went to Target to see if they had any black plates, and sure enough, they did. They had a couple different options, but to my luck, they actually had some plastic plates. So they were only 79 cents and they came in like sage green, dark green, like a blush, a white. It had several different colors, but I wanted the black. And it was funny because I only saw one black plate where all the plates were kind of laying on an end cap. And I was so sad, and I walked a couple aisles down and I saw a whole bunch of them down in an aisle, and I was like, yes, score. So I grabbed 6 of them because that's how many places I'm gonna be setting. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. These plates are only 79 cents at Target and they have different colors. Let's see if I can zoom in here. I'm gonna be using my corkboard chargers. Now you can use placemats. Placemats are a really good option, especially if you're going to be setting down silverware with no tablecloth. So I don't have a tablecloth and I'm not going to be using placemats. I am just gonna be using chargers. It's okay. My table is clean, so I am gonna be setting my silverware directly on my table. You'll see that here in a second, but let's get started and let's set this table. So for my napkins, I'm just going to use these plaid napkins for the ends of the table that kind of match the scarf, and I'm just gonna fold them in 4s, which I'll show you here in a second, and lay them over the charger before I add my plates. Now I'm just going to take more of a neutral color napkin and lay those down for the middle seats, and I'm just going to kind of use the same method for these that I used for the ends. These are actually terracotta saucers that I got at Home Depot, and they were only like $1, maybe less than that. I can't remember. Like they were somewhere between 79 cents and $1.29. Okay, it doesn't show on the back, but let me zoom in for you. So yeah, I got these from Home Depot in the plant section outside. But when I saw this, I thought, you know what, this matches my teapot, and I thought, you know what, let me get a few more just in case I wanted to use them for something else, because they were so cheap and I knew they'd get used no matter what. And I decided, you know what, today we're going to use them as plates. So I'm gonna make this look all pretty, if you will, but I'm also gonna show you how I'm gonna make this functional. So stay tuned. So y'all, are these not the cutest things ever? These are from Hobby Lobby. You've probably seen them if you've been in Hobby Lobby, but they're just little mini wooden boards. And I got these wooden words at Hobby Lobby as well. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna set these up. Not only are these going to look really cute, but they're gonna serve a purpose. So like I said, stay tuned. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you really quick how to place your silverware. You want to put your dinner knife with the blade facing inward towards your plate. Then you want to add your soup spoon. By the way, this is all to the right of the plate. Now over here to the left of the plate, you want to place your dinner fork, which is the larger fork, to the left closest to the plate. And then your salad fork which is the smaller fork, is going to go to the left of your dinner fork. So here you have it. You have your soup spoon, your dinner knife, your dinner fork, and your salad fork. So you could take this a step further and you could lay a dessert spoon above the plate, which I don't have any room for it. I'm not going to really do that today. But if you were, you could place your dessert spoon above the plate, and then you can place your dessert fork right under that. Now, obviously you wouldn't want it on the napkin and there would be a little bit more room. We're not gonna do that today, but I did just kind of want to show you that option. So I'm just gonna let you watch me do this a couple more times so that I can kind of get engraved in your memory. So dinner knife, soup spoon, to the right, to the left, dinner fork, which is the larger fork, salad fork, which is the smaller fork. All right, y'all, really quick, remember when I mentioned that this mini cutting board and terracotta plate was not just here for pure decor, but they also serve a function? Well, that function is this. First, you're gonna take all the words off your plate before you go to serve the dinner, but you're just gonna take the terracotta plate and the mini cutting board, and you are going to set it over here to the side. And now this gives you more space to put your food on your plate, because we all know how full Thanksgiving plates can get. The tablescape is done, the table is set, and like I said, I'm not going to be doing like the water glass and all of that, just because typically, especially in our home when we have dinner gatherings, even for Thanksgiving, we usually have everyone get their drink as they're coming in, and they can just take their drink to the table. So I'm not going to be doing that. If you want me in a future video to show you kind of how to place all your cups, let me know in the comment section below, and I will be sure to add that in a future tablescape video. But for today, the table is set, the tablescape is done, and now we're gonna make a yummy mocktail that any guest will be sure to love. So start out by taking a large pitcher and then gather your ingredients, which is going to be the Welch's Sparkling White Grape Juice, some apple cider, 2 apples of choice, and 1 orange. So a fun little tip that I do that just kind of makes it easier for me when I'm chopping apples is I like to flip the apple upside down. I feel like it just makes it more firm when you're cutting. So I'm just gonna chop up these apples and orange so I can add them to what I'm calling a apple cider sangria mocktail.
Reaching for the ground, as willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go.
Now fill your pitcher about halfway with ice, and y'all, the ice had been sitting out so it kind of stuck together. When I went to pour it in, it spilled out and I was just laughing. So I thought, you know what, I'm leaving this in for a little blooper reel. Now you're gonna take your 2 cups of white sparkling grape juice, and your 2 cups of apple cider, then add in a tablespoon or 2 of lemon juice. And this is optional, but I also put a little dash of apple pie spice and cinnamon. And yes, I'm gonna be adding in some cinnamon sticks, but I'm not letting this sit for very long. So that's kind of why I put a little dash of cinnamon, but you don't have to do this at all. Now I do need these apples and oranges to be a little bit smaller, so I'm just gonna chop them in half and then put them in the pitcher.
What's on your mind?
Once you've added all your fruit in, give it a good stir and then add in your cinnamon sticks.
Why wasting time to try to fix this on your own?
So I thought I'd be fancy and add some sugar to the rim of the glass. And I thought how fun to mix some cinnamon in with the sugar, not only to add extra flavor, but it also gives it a little bit of that brown tint to match the color of the drink. And sometimes, y'all, those extra details are just fun.
Give it up, 'cause there is some hidden love, hidden love, hidden love just for us.
I'm just going to use the bottom that was left over from the orange and use it as the glue that will allow my cinnamon sugar to stick onto the glass, and make sure to lightly slide the rim of your glass around the orange because you don't really need too much juice for the sugar to stick. After you've done that, you're going to dab the rim of your glass around the sugar and then pour your juice into the glass, and voila. You have a delicious mocktail that not only tastes great, but makes for a fun, pretty picture that y'all know we all love to take.
But you build up this wall. I try to climb, but I keep falling down. You know you make this so hard, but around the corner is another day. You will see me.
All right, y'all, that's all for today. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope that today you were inspired and got a few good ideas that you can pull from for your Thanksgiving tablescape. And if you tried the apple cider mocktail, be sure to tag me on Instagram. Also, if you're new here, I'll have my Instagram link in the description box below. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join my YouTube community and give this video a thumbs up, as it just helps me know what types of videos y'all enjoy. Also, don't forget to check out my sweet friend REEMA from REEMA at Home, as she has some amazing Thanksgiving decor ideas and a sweet treat idea for you as well. I will link that video in the description box below. So head over to her next and let her know I sent you. All right, y'all. See you next time.